Hey, what's up? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be on this website called Jobprepped, and maybe you're wondering, is this a good way for you to start learning how to make money? Okay, let's check it all out. Let's find out what this is all about. Anytime you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 a month, 100% from home, click the link below and I'll share with you my favorite strategy. Now, on this channel, I have reviewed literally hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's check out Jobprepped to find out whether this is a good way to earn income, right? Or maybe there are better ways online out there, right? Now, Jobprepped is a really interesting website. Like if you come to the website, it actually looks like a job portal, but what it actually is it's an award-winning digital marketing bootcamp that's geared towards different types of people. Okay, so originally it was geared towards regular people that wanted to learn how to become digital marketers and then learn to prep their resume and get jobs with all sorts of different companies out there. Okay, so for example, if you want to learn to get a digital marketing job, like you want to become a digital marketing executive, a digital marketing associate, a digital marketing manager, for example, maybe you don't have those skills. This program is going to teach you how to do that. So let me cover that first. Okay, so if it says get hired faster, so if you click into get hired faster, basically it's going to show you the digital marketing training program. Let me just scroll to the top right here. All right, and essentially what you're going to learn is you're going to learn this in four steps. Okay, so first of all, they're going to train you on digital marketing. So if you don't have any skills, let's just say you are a accountant, for example, right? And for whatever reason, because you understand that digital marketing in this digital age is important, maybe you want to move into the area, but maybe you don't have the skills to do that, they're going to first train you how to do that. Okay, so step number one, they're going to train you on all the different digital marketing strategies. So for example, social media marketing, email marketing, pay-per-click marketing, search engine optimization to rank on Google, right? Influencer marketing, content marketing, analytics, lead generation, marketing automation tools and software. Okay, so they're basically going to give you like digital marketing 101 and kind of teach you how to do everything so that you learn how to do it. So that's the first step. The second thing that they're going to teach you how to do is they're going to basically connect you with the owner. Okay, you're going to have a one-on-one with the owner, all right? And he's basically going to look through your stuff, make sure your CV and everything is good. And then they're going to give you little tests so that you can practice your skills and actually get hands-on experience in digital marketing in those particular areas. So for example, learn how to do search engine optimization, learn to do Instagram marketing, that sort of thing, learn to do email marketing. Okay, step number three, they're going to help you to perfect your resume, because if your resume doesn't look good, then you're not going to be able to get an interview for a digital marketing job. Okay, and then number four, they're going to train you on exactly how to interview so that you know what to say in order for you to get hired. All right, so it's a very, very interesting direction. This is the first time that I'm coming across a service like this where they're actually training people that want to learn digital marketing, give them the skill set, beef up their experience, and then beef up their CV, get interviews, and then teach them how to actually get into those interviews, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, now there's some pros and cons to this, which we'll talk about in a second, but this is an interesting strategy because a lot of people that want to get into digital marketing, unless they've actually done that job themselves, it's actually pretty hard to break in. Okay, now there is a price to this, of course, right? Currently the price is $899, okay, or you can pay at $57 per month, right? And it covers all of these different areas, right? So on-demand training is basically a program, it's a course, right? Teaches you the digital marketing skills, then it gives you the tests that you can do, it gives you the training on the resume building, how to interview properly, that sort of thing. Okay, now there are a couple of things that I want to talk about here that I think are pros and cons with Job Prep. So first of all, it's a really cool and interesting program. All right, the thing that you have to understand though about getting a job is that if you decide to move into digital marketing and you want to get a digital marketing job, for example, with people like, for lack of a better example, Google or your Microsofts or things like that, right? A lot of these companies, when they are hiring digital people, they're really looking for a lot of experience, okay? So while this is cool that they're teaching you how to do digital marketing, email marketing, social media marketing and stuff like that, especially when you don't have the experience, right? Ultimately, you can't put in your resume that you've been doing it for 3 or 4 or 5 years, all right? Because you haven't, right? Now, maybe you've learned the skills, Okay, again, it's a question mark on how deep your skill set can go, because if you learn to do this and you're doing this for, let's just say, 1 or 2 or 3 months versus somebody that's been doing search engine optimization for 5 years, obviously you're not going to be able to beat the guy with, or the girl that has 5 years of search engine optimization experience. Does that make sense, right? So even though you're learning it, you haven't really applied it in a real job, although they are giving you activities that you can train on, okay? So, but in terms of real job application, you can't really say on your CV that you've been doing SEO or pay-per-click marketing for 5 years, because you haven't, even though you may be learning those skills. Does that make sense? So it's a little bit tricky. And then if you get into the interview and they ask you, how long have you been doing this particular thing, like Instagram marketing, but maybe you've only been doing it for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. So it becomes a little bit tricky there, all right? So I think, it is cool that they're teaching you how to do these things, but ultimately, I think that there is a challenge to actually justify your experience versus what people are really looking for in the workforce. All right. So, for example, some of these jobs, they're pretty demanding, right? Like, let's just say it's the digital marketing manager or, head of, paid ad acquisition, things like that. I mean, they're expecting real deep knowledge of these things, right? So if you're coming in as, for example, a digital marketing executive, entry level, that might be fine. All right. But if you're looking at a more senior job that pays more, it's more specialized, like, programmatic, or it's actually, an SEO manager, things like that. I think that this will fall a little bit short, honestly, because you're not really in a job for years doing that particular thing. Okay. So just understand that, even though you are learning all these things, whether you can actually execute and get a high-paying digital job is a question mark, right? You might be able to do the entry-level digital executive jobs because those are more generalist kind of roles, right? Which is cool. And then you can kind of, once you get into the company, you can work your way up that way. Then that's, more viable. But if you're talking about a more specialized senior role, it might be difficult, okay? Now, another thing that Jobprepped does now is they offer marketing to different types of people, like small business owners, freelancers, company training, right? And this is a slightly different package. This is more expensive. It's just under $2,500, okay? So 2,499. So it's pretty much the same, except there are a few other added modules on here, all right? And so if you want to learn to market, your own product online, or maybe you have an agency or you're a freelancer and you want to learn digital marketing, then you can get this package, and it's slightly different. This is really just teaching marketing as a whole, okay? So overall, I think Jobprepped is pretty cool. I mean, it's a pretty cool idea, especially if you're somebody that has no digital marketing knowledge at all and you kind of want to get in, maybe you want to become a digital marketing executive. This may be the right direction for you versus not being able to do it at all, okay? Different prices, $899 I think is all right price. This is slightly high, $2,500, but I've seen other programs that cost about the same anyway, just for one piece of training, to be honest. All right, so it's actually all right. Not everybody will be able to afford the prices, but actually it's okay for what it is. All right, so if you want to learn digital marketing, maybe you want to get into becoming a digital marketing executive or employee, right? Then this might be something that you want to check out, and you can check it out at jobprepped.com. Okay, now if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to generate more income. You don't know how. Maybe you want to do internet marketing, digital marketing, but you don't know how. You kind of just landed on this website. Now on this channel, I have reviewed so many different strategies, hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. A lot of them have to do with marketing. Different apps, different websites, different business models, right? I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, a lot of them not so great, some of them so-so, and just a handful of really good ones. Now, out of all the really good ones, there was one digital marketing strategy that I use. It's actually a specific strategy to go from basically not knowing anything about digital marketing to actually 5 timesing my old corporate salary. I use it to quit my corporate job, and I think this is great for beginners. Anybody that wants to work 100% from home, all right? So if you want to check this out, this is, by the way, this is not a job. This is a skill set that you can learn, apply it, and when you get good at it, it can help you to leave your 9 to 5. So if that's something that you're more interested in, right? I've got a free masterclass that goes through this step by step. Just click the link right below this video and you can access that for free, all right? I hope you enjoyed this review of Jobprepped. All the best to you, and I will see you on another video review. Take care.